So the past couple of months, I've been traveling to all different types of amusement parks pretty much since the beginning of the year. This video is pretty much just kind of going over all the parks that I've been to and just a progress report. It's a little bit after, the middle of the year. So I figured I'd kind of give y'all a little progress report of what I've done, especially since after this last park that I'm going to this month, I'm pretty much done traveling, at least like major traveling. But what is up, coaster lovers? Welcome back to another video. If you haven't already, be sure to like this video. Really helps. It really does. Y'all just don't understand. Also be sure to comment down below what's your favorite amusement slash theme park that you visited this year. And also be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're at I don't even know how many. I don't remember. It's a lot though. I'm very proud of myself. Thank y'all for subscribing and tuning in. And let's just go ahead and get into it. So starting off in January, I went to Orlando / Tampa. I started off with SeaWorld Orlando, which I didn't really have a lot of expectations because you don't really hear a lot of good things from SeaWorld. But I pleasantly enjoyed myself. I know, despite of it being the beginning of the year, it's a lot of parks off seasons, it's a time where parks are kind of fixing things and getting things together, but everything was open. I had a great time. Yeah, almost everything was on one train, but the crowds were very low, so I was able to pretty much get on everything as many times as I wanted to. Park, I don't care what anyone says, argue with me in the comments. Pipeline is better than Mako. I'm sorry. Mako's just a bit overrated in my opinion. They jumping me! They jumping me! But it's still a very good ride. Then after I went to SeaWorld, I went over to Tampa, which was about an hour away, and I went to Busch Gardens for 2 days. I was very excited about this park because I really wanted to get on Iron Gwazi and Kumba. Rest in peace to Kumba. If y'all haven't heard by now, Kumba's gone. It's done. August 2nd was his last day, but I'm very grateful to get on it. It's a very beautiful park for the most part. It's a lot of good rides, but it just needs a lot of work. When I went, it was almost 3 rides that were down. Sheikah was down for maintenance, which I wasn't too mad about that one because I heard that usually around January is when they do the annual maintenance. Cheetah Hunt had been down for a couple months now. I don't know why. I don't know. Intimate. And then another Intimate, Falcon's Fury, was down again. Very disappointing, but it's Intimate. It's to be expected. But yeah, I spent 2 days there. Like I said, even though I was very excited for Iron Gwazi, I was definitely excited for Kumba. I don't know, after it had been down for so many months prior, I was I have to get on here just in case they close it. And luckily I did, because I managed to get a couple rides on it. And then of course you have Montu, Cobra's Curse, and whatnot. But overall, I thought the park was it was decent. I feel like it has potential to do better, but from what I experienced, it was okay. Then after Tampa, which was probably my most exciting day, I finally got to go to Epic Universe. I was so hyped to go here. I've heard great things about it already. And coming into it, I thought it was gonna be super busy, and it was a bit busy, but I managed to do Stardust Racers over 20 times in one day. I did not think that was gonna happen. I didn't think it was possible, but it was possible, and still to this day I'm shocked. But yeah, the park was beautiful. It was just amazing. It was just everything you can ask for in a new theme park. It was I can't even put it in words. Stardust Races was cool, and he went to the Dark Universe. Monsters Unchained is one of the best dark rides I've ever experienced. I don't care. I've heard people say it was overrated. It's not. It is exactly everything that you want in a dark ride. It's exhilarating, it's fun, it's a great ride. And then another one, Harry Potter's Ministry of Magic, I think that's what it's called. That one was amazing. I haven't watched anything Harry Potter. I'm not a Harry Potter fan whatsoever, but I was a fan of the Harry Potter lands at all the Universal parks. I was a huge fan. Ministry of Magic was just I can't even put it into words. The queue itself already just felt like a ride. So it was what? And of course you have Super Nintendo Land. That was cool as well. Yeah, the whole park was just amazing. I definitely am gonna make a visit there again, probably next year. So then after I went to Epic Universe, I went to both Universal Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios. Now of course I was excited for Islands of Adventure because of Velocicoaster, and it was everything I wanted it to be. I'll go more in depth about that ride maybe another video, but it was a really good ride. And then you had Hagrid's and Hulk, which was also great. And then you had a bunch of cool dark rides. Spider-Man was a really good one. I was pleasantly surprised by that one. I know it's one of the older attractions at the park. It's pretty old now, but it was really good. I enjoyed it. It was definitely one of my favorites at Islands of Adventure. Then I hopped over to Universal Studios Orlando, and I just checked out a couple rides there. I definitely wanted to do the Mummy. That was definitely something that I needed to do, and I loved it. It was such a good ride. It was a cool little people say it's a thrill ride. Me personally, in my opinion, I think it's more like a family thrill. I guess that makes sense. And then I checked out a couple of the other rides in the park. I did like Men in Black, I did Transformers, all that, etc. I did the Harry Potter ride, which I didn't know was a roller coaster. I was like, I didn't even know they had this back here in this, was it Diagon Alley? I didn't even know they had a roller coaster back there, which it was pretty cool. And then that pretty much wraps up January. And then February, March, I chilled for a bit, you know, kind of get my finances up a little bit, because, you know, it's not cheap to spend 6-7 days in Orlando. Ugh. Y'all are gonna put that in the comments. Then in April, I went to Virginia to visit both King's Dominion and Busch Gardens Williamsburg. I was super excited for these parks because I just heard great things about them. Busch Gardens Williamsburg has been rated the most beautiful theme park plenty of times, and I can believe it. So first day I went to Busch Gardens Williamsburg, and I was super hyped to get on Pantheon. That was definitely my most anticipated, and Pantheon did not disappoint. It was just everything you would want in a multi-launch coaster. Switch track, the spike, the multi-launch, like just everything. It was just so much fun. And then of course you have all the other beautiful rides. You have Alpengeist, you have Griffin, Loch Ness Monster. I was excited to get on. I love aero coasters. If you don't know by now, I'm a sucker. Well, you probably don't know. I am a sucker for aero coasters. I don't care how rough they are. I don't care how much you bang your head. I just love the historical fact. I don't know. I love the rougher, jankier, old school rides. It just, something about them just adds extra thrill to me. Yeah, and then, you know, you had, the only thing I missed out on was Verboten. They were doing the renovation for it. I was kind of hoping they would have had it done by then, but no, it's all good. We'll definitely come back for it. And he had like Apollo Chariot, Tempesto, all that, etc. And yeah, they have a pretty good collection of roller coasters. So anyways, the next day I went to King's Dominion, and I, again, super excited for King's Dominion. I've heard great things. They got Pantherian, or Intimidator 305. I was super excited about it. You know, I had already been on Millennium and Fury, and I love those rides so much, but I've heard Pantherian was just like a whole different monster. Super intense, and that it was. When I say literally the first drop into the turn, like, your vision's gonna go dark every time. Like, you have no choice. It's gonna happen. Like, you just have to experience it. So if you don't like stuff like that, just don't get on Pantherian. Like, it's that intense. And then you have like other rides there. Yeah, Twisted Timbers, which is a great RMC. Not as good as I was expecting it to be. That's why I try not to go into like parks or roller coasters with expectations, just for that reason. And then you had Grizzly. Ugh. Don't even get me started on Grizzly. The airtime, the laterals, the ride, just overall, I love Grizzly. I missed it the first day of King's Dominion because it was closed the whole day. I was kind of scared I was gonna miss it just altogether, but luckily the second day they did open it, and I love Grizzly. Such a good wooden coaster. Well, you do know now, but I love wooden coasters as well, especially they're just so fun. And then last year they debuted Rapterra, and Rapterra, it's actually my first ever launch being in wing coaster, and it was not rattly like people were saying. People were saying it was super rattly, it bounced, it was uncomfortable. It was nothing like that at all. Don't get me wrong, it does bounce a little bit, whatever, but it's not a rattle. It's just, it bounces, and it doesn't hurt. It's fine. People just, enthusiasts are just so. But yeah, and another thing I loved about King's Dominion was the trees. Like, they have trees everywhere. Like, if you needed some shade, if you needed like to cool down, like, there was trees that you could stand under. It was beautiful. And like right behind the Eiffel Tower, there was like this walkway like going down, and it was just like all these really tall trees. Like, the park was so beautiful. All right, we're gonna skip over to June now because I didn't do nothing in May. Oh, I completely forgot that I went to Frontier City in May. Don't really have much thoughts on it. It's only like 4 coasters there. It was just cool. I just kind of wanted to go there to get the credits. I just really wanted to go for Diamondback because it's one of the few like aero shuttle loopers left. So it was a cool little park, but I forgot. I forgot. I knew it was something I forgot. I don't know. But yeah. In June, I went to Worlds of Fun in Kansas City, Missouri. I didn't even see the Kansas City, Missouri thing confuses me because I'm like, how is it Kansas? And it's in. So yeah, I pretty much just went there for, I say 1.5 days. The first day, I was really excited to get on Mamba. Like, that was the main reason why I went, because Mamba, it's this huge green hyper coaster. I've heard great things about it. I was super excited. And when I went, it was closed. What the fuck? It was closed my whole time there. Like, it was not gonna open, and I was so disappointed. I was low-key mad. I'm not gonna lie, I was. But besides that, the rest of the park is pretty cool. It's a very charming park. You can definitely tell it has some history there. Like I said, not the best amusement park you've been to, but I mean, like I said, you appreciate it for what it is. They have a pretty solid collection of rides there. Like Timberwolf's good. Prowler's a really good GCI. I love that one. Definitely one of my favorite wooden coasters. And then Zambezi Zinger, it's a good ride. Now, a lot of people are not going to like it because it is pretty rough. And it's very rough for a newer wooden coaster, I would say. But I still enjoyed it. Like I said, I love the more rough wooden coasters. I think they just add an extra little bit of thrill to it. And yeah, like I said, I mean, Worlds of Fun is a very beautiful park as well. I mean, like I said, lots of trees. There's a lot more terrain than I was expecting. Yeah, beautiful park. The train ride was pretty cool. You got nice shots of Prowler and just the whole park. Where did I go next? I don't even know where I went next. Wait. Okay. All right, and then just recently, this last month, I went to Six Flags Great America in Gurnee, Illinois. Y'all was super hyped to go to this park. Like, this was one of the parks I just needed to get out there. And finally, I was like, okay, I'm gonna make it my mission to get out here and get to this park. 17, I think 18, I don't know, 17 roller coasters. Like, I was like, yeah, I need that. Like, I need all the credits. Like, I needed to at this point, I needed my 200. Like, I really did. Like, it had to happen. So me coming into Great America, I'm thinking it's gonna be super crowded. You know, it's the middle of summer, you know, kids and stuff are still out of school. And though it was busy, I managed to get on like everything pretty quickly. On first day, I pretty much got on all the rides except the kiddie ride. And Max Force was closed almost the whole day. I was very scared of that because that was like the one I wanted to get on the most, because that launch, the air powered launches, I've never done one before. So I was super excited. But luckily towards the end of the day, you know, I waited it out, you know, I kept checking back, I kept going and looking, and finally they opened it. They finally opened it at the end of the day, and Max Force was everything that I wanted it to be. It was just so good. And of course, the park has plenty of rides that you can, I mean, X-Flight, Wrath of Verstasha, Raging Bull, American Eagle. I love American Eagle. It's their 50th anniversary this year, so they made it race for a limited time. I don't think it's racing no more. But I was glad I was able to experience the racing on American Eagle, and it was great. I really loved it. It just made it that much more fun. And then of course you have like Raging Bull and Viper. Y'all, Viper is super underrated. I don't care. I've heard great things about Viper, but it is really that good. I'll just say this now. I think Viper is better than Raging Bull. Fight me in the comments again if you want to, but it's better. I'm sorry. The airtime you get on that Cyclone layout is so unexpected. Like, you would not expect that from, like, I haven't been on any of the other Cyclone layouts unless you want to technically count Twisted Colossus, but it's been converted. But yeah, Viper is super underrated. Just like, if Max Force never opened, Viper would have been my favorite ride in the park, but Max Force got that. Now, don't get me wrong, Raging Bull is following close behind. That back row with enough room on that clamshell is so good. But even in like the front and the other rows, Raging Bull is a really good ride. And that pretty much wraps up this progress report on all the parks that I've been to. I got one more park that I'm going to at the end of this month, and that is Holiday World. I'm super excited to get on Voyage. I'm super excited to get on Legend, Raven, Thunderbird, all the rides. I'm super excited to get on everything, but especially Voyage. And then pretty much after that, I'll probably do like little small road trips to like smaller parks out there here and there. But otherwise, that's my progress report. This is pretty much just all my traveling. Now I just gotta pay all the debt. I ain't got no money. I gotta pay it all. All right, coaster lovers, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell to get notified when I upload more videos like this. I'm gonna try to push out more videos. I really am gonna try, because I really want to push this channel out there. I want to grow. All right, guys, I will see you guys in the next video.